lunch on. And if you watch one of my previous shows, I made homemade pizzas. I'm probably going to make some homemade pizza for this little show too. Like I say, this is awesome for football season. So you don't want to overload your wings going in here, okay? So let's just start dropping some wings in. Deep fry these babies up. Okay, just like this. Now I'm going to put my wings into this pan up, and I'm going to stuff them in there. I'm not overloading it, okay? And I wish I had a camera up here so you could see this. Maybe in my new kitchen that we build, we'd set up the camera crew, we'd get it to do that. Now I'm just going to put enough wings in there so that they're covered with the oil, okay? We don't want to overdo. Now you got to keep in mind that this is going to take a little bit for you to cook. It's going to take you a little while to cook these up. I mean, when I do wings, it usually takes me a couple hours. You deep fry a little bit at a time, because who's got a great big deep fryer in the kitchen? You don't have a commercial deep fryer. Hello? Yeah, you got a little one. I got me a Presto, and I like it. But these wings are going to fill this casserole dish up, and I'll show you as we go. And then what we do is we get that sauce up to a boil, and I'll take a little bit of taste, and I'll add butter to it, maybe a little bit more butter. My wife likes them mild. She don't like them real hot. Of course, the kids like them hot, so I don't know. You can't please one and not the other, you know. But I'll come up with a happy medium there. So I'll add a little bit of butter when I bring that up to a boil, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. Yeah, smell that hot sauce cooking up. Whoa, baby. You know when that's done? When you take a whiff of it, you can't breathe. That's about the size of that. That's good hot sauce, Louisiana style. Let me stir that up a little bit. You want to keep it stirred so it don't stick to the bottom and start burning, because that ketchup, until this stuff gets up to temperature, will burn to the bottom. Okay? What's going on here is that water that we put into there, this come up to a boil and it's evaporating now. It's at the point where the water's starting to evaporate out of it. So now it's time to put a little bit of Worcestershire in there, okay? And you want to put a teaspoon of Worcestershire. So there's a PapaTuck teaspoon. Yeehaw! How do you beat that? Okay? And 1 stick of butter is going in. You can do this to your own taste. Take a teaspoon, let it cool, taste it. If it's too hot, put the butter in. This is up to you out there. PapaTuck knows he needs butter because that's the way we like it. So I'm going to put 1 stick of butter in this right now. And I'll melt this down, okay? Let me show you what this looks like. I'll see if I can't get a camera. Let me get this like this, stir this up a little bit more. Yeah, and this here's what it looks like. Can you see that, camera? What I tell you, when you can't breathe after you take a snort of that, it's done. So we're going to mellow that down a little bit. Oh my God, look at them babies cook. Yeah, I love these chicken wings. We'll put that right back on the fire, and we're going to get a stick of butter put into this. Start mellowing that down a little bit so when PapaTuck takes a snort of that, he can breathe. I don't like them that hot. A lot of people do though. That's fine. That's fine. It's all up to your flavor. But we got that butter in there. That's up to a boil, and I'm going to stir that in. And what I'm going to do here is once this butter melts, I'm going to turn this down just a little bit, and I'm going to put it on to a very low simmer. And we're just going to let that simmer till I get all the chicken wings done. And remember to keep an eye to this. You don't want it burning. You know, I mean, you can actually, after the butter melts in and it simmers a little bit, you can turn it right off. You know, turn it right off, and then just when you're ready with your chicken wings, you turn it back on, bring it up so that it's warm, okay? And then what you do is you sprinkle it on top of the wings in that casserole dish. So let's let that butter melt. Let's check these wings. Now we're going to take me a prong here. We're going to see how these wings are doing. Okay, let me turn these around a little bit. Woo-wee, them babies are cooking up good. Them babies are starting to cook up good. Now they're not browned enough, okay? Let me get a close-up on that, but they're not browned up enough yet. So I'm going to put this right back in there, okay? This is what takes time. You're deep frying. You want these wings done. Yeah, there's Daisy, my shepherd. Come on, come on. There's a good girl, a treat. That's PapaTuck's Daisy right there. Yeah, it's a good girls. I know it. That's a good girls. I know it. I know it. Okay. While you're waiting for your chicken wings to fry up, you go get on your computer and you go to PapaBooks.net. Okay? And you view the new book, The Outlaw Deer Hunter. Now, I just got an email from a guy out in Wyoming. And he purchased one of these books online. He said him and his boy, and it brought back some memories. I won't get into that, but him and his son went camping out in the woods. And him and his son read The Outlaw Deer Hunter. And he just said he couldn't believe it. He really, really enjoyed it. So you got to check that out. And again, you can go to PapaBooks.net and check that out, okay? And while you're there, don't forget to look at the cookbook. And got a lot of recipes in here. 6 generations of recipes in this. I'm working on book 3 actually right now, cooking with PapaTuck. And I got a lot of these new recipes that I've been doing on the show that are going to be in the new book, okay? And I'm keeping these small so that people can afford them. Hello, in this economy? My God. And proceeds are going to food pantries in the USA. Yeah! How can you beat that? Next time you're in the grocery store, you see that food pantry box, throw a box of Rice Krispies or whatever, hamburger help or something. There's a lot of kids out there hungry. Don't you even think twice about it. Grab something, throw it in, even if it's $1. You know what? If everybody threw $1 worth of food in that food pantry box, we wouldn't have so many hungry kids out there in the United States. Bags of frozen chicken wings down at the store, and you've seen them in the store. They're about this big, about like that big around, about like that. For this mix that I just did with the sauce, I'll cook 2 bags of those for my party. Either the baseball party or the football party or the pool party. It really doesn't matter. Everybody loves chicken wings. But I'll do about 2 bags of those up, and it actually feeds, well, I got 3 kids normally here at the house, and they'll eat them up. They'll eat them up. I get up in the morning, there's none left for breakfast. Let's put it like that. Yeehaw! Can't beat the chicken wings in PapaTuck's kitchen. All right. Been about 10 minutes in the deep fryer now on these wings. Let's check these babies out. Got to put the binoculars on so I can see. There we go. Oh my God, I can see. These babies are browning up nice. Now look at that. That is awesome. Can you get a close-up on that? That's browned up really nice right there like that. And I'm going to take these out and start putting them into the casserole dish, okay? So what we do is we just putting these right into the casserole dish. Let's see if I can't use their new tool that they sent me. Look at this. Oh my God, look at these babies. Look at that. Woo-wee. I love that. We're going to get these right out. We're going to be careful that we don't get burned, okay? Try to keep the peanut oil into my new presto. We're going to put these right in here. We're going to get another batch going. Now this is where PapaTuck has problems. Because the kids, I don't know, they can be upstairs on their computer, they can be watching a movie, they can be outside playing football. It really don't matter where the heck they are. When I take these wings out and they start cooling, they know it somehow. I don't know. And they come and I'll turn my back and 7 or 8 wings will be gone. It's like, hello, let me get the things done and get the sauce on them and put them. So I tell them, I said, don't touch the wings. They aren't cooked yet. They got to cook in the oven a little bit. Daisy, you hungry down there? Little Daisy's eating. Look at these. Oh my God, do these brown up nice. So, that's all. Look at that. Just keep the peanut oil right back in there. Strain them out a little bit with your new strainer. Look at that. Okay? And we're going to get us another batch in there. Very gently we're going to throw these in. Because that oil is hot. Okay? So let's just fill that right back up. And we're going to do it the same way. So I say this is time consuming. But Aunt Betty said to me one day, she didn't call me PapaTuck, she called me Pete. She says to me, she goes, how long does it take you to cook chicken wings? I said, about a 6-pack. That's why I said to Aunt Betty, she got a kick out of that. I love it. Let me get some of these other drumsticks in here. Try to get this baby filled up. Look at that. Look at that. Now as soon as I get these in here, I'm going to go wash my hands, okay? You got to keep your hands clean.